Mbona mnakaa blind? Milling capacity is of 6,000 bags. I mean, the milling capacity of the machine. Yes. It produces, it mills around 2.8 tons. Yeah, 2.8 per hour. Per hour, yes. Mm.
How much of coffee from Embu that comes here?
It's around 6 million.
No, I'm saying, is all the coffee from here?
Yes.
Or from Embu? Is it milled here?
Yes, not really. It's not 100%.
Because of that loan that we had, which you're going to tell us about.
176.
Yeah.
176.
Most cooperatives ran away for fear that their coffee might be
confiscated.
But now that you're waiving,
yeah, from community fund.
Yeah,
yes.
So if you waive, they are willing to all come back. But interestingly, the one thing we discovered yesterday in their meeting is that those factories, those cooperatives that have earned a lot in terms of the rate is very good. Most milled here because the cost for transport is lower and even the cost for milling is better than milling outside. Yes. Yes. We hope so. We still have about quite a number not yet out, but we are looking forward.
Actually, in most cases, they hook our coffee. They come to collect our coffee and take it to meet at Kirinyaga.
Actually, that is a challenge we are having. They are hooking our coffee. Yeah.
They all come here.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
A copy of production manager.
Production manager.
Okay, give him the mic.
Okay.
Your Excellency, this is our hopper. Unfortunately, we are finished milling our coffee. They has all been sold. We have taken to the market. Now, this is where we pour our coffee. This is where we start. Exactly, we pour it here. It goes gravitatically to the pre-cleaner. And sorry, okay too. Pre-cleaners down here. Yeah. Can you start it? The purpose of this pre-cleaner, okay, it removes all the foreign matters. May it be stones, strings found in the bags. Then the parchment or the bone passes, it is taken up, elevator and up. Here we have plastic buckets. Plastic buckets, whereby we have a motor there. Actually, the motor converts electrical energy to mechanical energy so that this belt is able to move. Then it picks the parchment or bone to here. This content is toner. Whatever has more stones found in a parchment, if they are main The % of silver skin, remember, this coffee has not been graded yet. It's not yet been graded. Then passes through here, elevator and up to the grinder. Here, we have 7 sets of screens. Actually, we grade by size. By size. Size, yeah. Every pin has its own dimension. The largest, as per the screens, we have a E with a dimension or measurement of 80.3 millimeter. The second screen is for double A with a measurement of 7.2 millimeter. The third one is AMB, measurement of 6.35 millimeter. The third one is PMB. PMB, a piece berry, sort of, with a measurement of 4.8 millimeter. Then all the four I've mentioned are called premium grains. Premium. Then we have C with a measurement of 4.0. Then we have TT and the single T. Single T is the smallest with a measurement of 2.9 millimeter.
What is the diameter?
Certainly. Diameter. If you measure those ingredients or this screen with a vernier caliber, you will certainly get the largest in being 8.3 millimeter, the least 2.9. Yeah.
So the size of the rig is what determines the grade.
Not actually the size. Not actually the size. The quality.
Oh, it's the one that the size
Yes.
determines the quality.
Yes. So no.
Larger
The larger it is, the poorer the quality.
No. Then better the
The
quality.
larger it is, the better
Then better the quality. Yes. Certainly. Then better the quality. The smaller it is, yes, certainly. That is why we are emphasizing farmers to do a bit of good agricultural practices. Yes. Okay. We normally say the more the seeds, the poorer the grains. The more the premium grains, E's, A and B, double A's, and the PMBs, the better the grain. Like the one we had in Morwe. PMB, E, double A.
E is the best.
No, E is the best, is the largest.
The largest
E,
quality.
not actually the best, but it's the largest. Not actually the best. It might be E, you might be having a, okay, grain E occurs as a result of genetic defect. Two beans conjoined together, that does not separate during germination. Yes, it's like if you go to a maternity wing, you might be very lucky to get twins. Yes. So, per 1,000 bags of parchment 1, you may be lucky to get 10 bags of, 10 kilos of E. Akin Murwe, which are done the best. For the first consignment, they brought of 700 bags. We got 3 bags of E, which was excellent. Double A's we don't mention. It's E, then double A, then AMB, then PMB. Those are premium grades.
Those are the ones that fetch
Money. Yes, certainly, yeah.
prices.
Yeah. C's, those are from C, TT, and the T's, and the single T. Those are light beans. Yeah. Then,
I want you to tell the DP, your factory, your cooperative sold through the Koreans. And you sold at 300 per kilo. Actually, we're talking about the lower grades went 350 in Korea.
Because
You, okay.
Those Koreans, nitaona nao.
We were introduced to them through the
They came to the county.
they came to the country and
Why can't we?
They actually
Yes.
Upon grading, if it is MB
Yeah.
on double A, in this case, this is MB.
Yeah.
We extract TT. TT is a light bean of an ingredient among the 7 extracted via this pneumatic gravity separator. Now, in this case, this is now the MB. And unfortunately, we have taken all the coffee to the market. This is the remaining that and remained. Now, I think we shall demonstrate a bit.
Okay.
Okay, now. This is now TT of this ingredient. TT.
Yeah. But this
A
is
light.
lighter.
There's a lighter. Good. There's a
that's
lighter.
what came out.
How did
The
they?
lighter one is what
How-
came out.
Is what that
The
gravitically
one that came down was
Yeah.
the lighter one.
was the lighter part.
The
The lighter one.
Kabak
No,
Eh,
the heavier one is here.
is here.
Is here.
Uh-huh.
The lighter one is here.
Oh, this side.
Remember, remember, it is removed. It is pneumatically. There's a very strong fan here. Pneumatic air. Air. P N P N U. Sorry. Sorry. Eh.
Please proceed.
Okay. His Excellency, the Deputy President, Her Excellency, the Governor, and the distinguished guests, welcome to the Embu Coffee Mill Laboratory. My name is Alice Mudhoni Joe, and I'm the Rikara of this lab. First, I'm going to take you, yes, I'm a Rikara, or we say the Kappas. Yeah, and also I am a Q grader, certified by Coffee Quality Institute, that is in Geneva. So first, I'm going to take you through the process. When the coffee comes to the lab, it comes in form of a parchment. And this parchment, I get it from the warehouse. I believe you're from the warehouse. So it comes in a bag, for example, like this one. If you look at this bag, you see it has a name. That is Moroe Kavutiri. And also it has a number. We call it the outturn number, showing the week the coffee was brought. EC is for Embu County, and then the number. And also which parchment, it was parchment 2, and how many bags were delivered. This helps us to make sure that there is a traceability of the farmer's coffee. There is no way we are going to lose the farmer's coffee. From then, I come here to my sample hala. Since we have a huge hala on that side, here I use a sample hala. This sample hala helps me to remove the parchment, which I have here. When coffee comes in form of parchment, I have to hull it. I normally hull 300 grams of the parchment here. So what I do, I make sure my machine is on so that I won't be confused. So I put my parchment. After that, I have to make sure that the machine is tight, so it was already rocked. From then, I use this. It helps me to press the hala so that it can be able to remove the parchment. And also, you make sure the machine is well set. Since I'm dealing with parchment 1, I have to make sure that I hull that coffee within a minute. So after a minute, my coffee will be already hulled. In case of time, I'll put it off. And then what I have after hulling, it's this green coffee. So this is a sample, for example. Yeah, it turns to green. Yeah, I've already removed the parchment. So this, we call it the husk. This is the coffee husk. And we don't throw it away. We use it for value addition, whereby farmers buy it or other people buy it to make charcoal and also as form of fertilizer. Yes, yes. So I get this sample. So to the next stage, I have to make sure that this sample is ready for roasting. So I have to measure this sample so that I can be able to identify the milling loss of the farmer's coffee. Because the farmer has brought 500 grams of coffee, it doesn't mean after hulling, milling process, he will get the 500 grams of coffee. There will be that grams. After removing the parchment, it will be lighter. So I have to make sure I have to weigh it again to get the milling loss. Then after getting the milling loss, I have to come to my moisture meter. What is the purpose of this moisture meter? It helps me to identify whether the coffee that has been brought to me is well dried. Because if it is not well dried, that coffee will be spoiled as it is on transit. Even if it gets to the marketer, the coffee will already be spoiled. So I have to make sure the coffee is 10 to 12 degrees. And if it is more than that, then the moisture content is high, 10 to 12%. So if it is more than 12%, the coffee is wet. And if it is less than 10%, the coffee is over-dried. After that, I have to produce a milling card. A milling card helps the production manager to be able to mill the farmer's coffee. So what are the details that are in this milling card? They are the farmer's details, and also I give instructions according to the parchment that I've seen. When I look at this parchment, is it possible to produce all grades, or should I remove the ungraded grades, or what other grades I'm supposed to produce? So I give instructions to the production manager so that he can be able to understand what grades he's supposed to produce. Then after that, I will use the same sample that I will weigh 100 grams of it so that I will be able to use it for roasting. So this is our sample roaster. It only roasts 100 grams of sample. So most of the times, this is a spoon. We call it the conveyor spoon. And this is the drum, whereby it helps me roast there. We put it on. That is the airflow. It helps me to make sure that the gases that are produced in this coffee, they are released to the atmosphere. And most of the times, because we are roasting coffee, the smoke that comes from that coffee is absorbed by the airflow, and then I get clean air. And also it helps to cool the drum, because most of the times you find that the drum is too hot. Hence, since you don't want to over roast your coffee, you have to make sure that you use the airflow. So The drum moves as a result of the electricity, but when it comes to fuel, I use the gas. So I have to keep on the gas, and then I turn it on, and then the drum is heating. So I have to wait until the temperatures are 80 to 90. That's when I'm ready to put my coffee sample. Yeah, so that I can be able to make sure that I have a standard roast, whereby I don't over roast or I don't under roast. I roast most probably for 7 minutes. Yes.
Is it after roasting then you start to determine the quality?
Yeah. That we are coming here now. Thank you so much, Excellency. Now, is the grades that you have spoken about, yes. So AA is the largest and AB is the second largest. Yeah, so what next is done? I have to make sure I weigh the coffee grams according to the size of the cup. Since most of the times we find that our cups are not the same, we have a formula that we use to make sure that how many grams of coffee you are going to use on those cups. So for me at the moment, I'm using 10 grams because I use the formula that I'm supposed to use. So this coffee is already weighed 10 grams. I'm using a 5-cup sample, which is the standard, whereby according to certified coffee, when you're dealing with cupping protocols, you're supposed to do 5-cup sample. And why am I doing 5-cup sample? This is to ensure that you get every details or quality of that farmer's coffee. Because if I would plan to do a 1-cup sample, and maybe there is a coffee bean that is defective, that bean will be in another cup. It will be left in the tray. So I won't be able to give the correct analysis of the farmer's coffee. Hence, I have to make a 5-sample coffee, knowing that at least I won't miss the defect on that coffee sample. That's why I'm doing a 5-cup sample. This was just to show you that the roasted coffee, how it is placed on the table. Now, I already have ground coffee. This is an AA. Now, we are coming now to the cupping protocols, or we say the quality process. And we begin by grinding our coffee. You see it is beans. And we have beans. These are not edible yet. So we have to grind it. And I use a grinder, which is at the back. This is our manual grinder. So we use a sample. And then you grind. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, then we have our coffee. Yeah, it becomes this ground. The ground should be rock salt. It should be salt. The granules should be like salt. Yeah, they shouldn't be fine. They should be medium. Yes. So we don't have to do anything.
Where is the one I saw people testing?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Okay.
Santi sana. Sa Santi. Asante. Okay. This is already ground samples. They are 10 grams. I had to keep them on a sealed container to make sure I don't lose the fragrance of this coffee. Because the dry fragrance is a part and parcel of quality analysis. You have to ensure that you know the, yeah. Yes, so you can smell the coffee.
Smell the coffee. Yes. Smell the coffee. Smell the coffee.
Yeah. So you have to make sure that your nose is very sharp. And that's why you find that in a lab, a person who is supposed to be in the lab, you're not supposed to use strong perfumes or strong soaps. So you're supposed to make sure that you don't use strong perfume so that you don't affect. Yeah. You may say that the coffee is smelling jasmine flowers, and yet it is your spray on your body.
Oh, okay. Okay, now let's lick.
Yeah. So this is my boiled water. So after you smell the coffee, you have to write what you felt in that coffee. In our Embu coffee, most of the times the coffee is caramel and chocolate, and you find that the essence of a few that have flowery. We say that they are flowery and they are fruity flavor. You smell the fruity flavor. Why do we get those? Caramel. The caramel, yeah, you smell it. And where do we get it from? We get it from the roaster. When the sugars are breaking down, when you're roasting the coffee, those sugars, they form the caramel and the chocolate notes. So when you're brewing, you're supposed to make sure that you have a timer because you're supposed to brew for 4 minutes. But because of time, eh? Yeah. So this is my water that has been boiled, and it should be at least 90 degrees. Make sure you don't make a mess. I'm making a mess because I have my wakubwa here, so that's why.
We have invaded your space.
You have not invaded my. It's my first time to meet you both, and it will be my pleasure if I will be able to meet you once more and many other times. Yes. Yeah. So this coffee has to be brewed for 4 minutes, and you don't have to interfere with it. You have to leave it to brew for 4 minutes.
By itself.
Yeah, by itself. Yeah, because you are letting the coffee granules to dissolve. You are putting water, so you are letting it to dissolve. From then, you'll be able to identify how that cup is. Yeah. Alice Modoni. Yes, and I want to see you, Madam Governor. I have something for you. Okay. Yeah, atujamaliza. This was just sijaonyesha venye cupping iko. I was told that you love cupping. So next time please come and we do the cupping. Here there was a sample of the coffee that has been brewed. So it will be my pleasure if you'll be able to taste that coffee. Yeah. You know, Embu coffee is the best coffee. Actually, it is mostly used for blend. Yeah, it's used for blend. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's present the gifts that I had made for you. I made sure that I gave you the best coffee of Embu County. Even the smell itself can tell you that the coffee is good.
Your Excellency. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Naiya Governor.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Please make an effort that I see you. I am a very important.